jointly organized by the Hong Kong Institute of Education, South China University of Technology, City University of Hong Kong, and University of York, the second International Conference on Social Policy and Governance Innovation focused on the learning and transfer of policy experiences, as well as lessons in Asia from a comparative perspective. Nearly 50 scholars, researchers, and experts from the US, Canada, Europe, Southeast Asia, mainland China, Hong Kong, and Macau gathered to address the policy challenges that Asia has been facing over the last decade. Let's watch some highlights of the two-day conference.
This conference provides an excellent platform for academics in Asia and beyond to engage in scholarly exchange and policy advocacy. The sharing of the conference today will be invaluable to inform policy learning and policy transfer in Asia.
So I hope that this is the first of many events that we have together, and thank the organisers for all the tremendous work they've put in, and look forward to a very productive 2 days.
We are facing a growing change of the workforce. Now work can be done anywhere by anyone in the whole world. And the advance of technology. But the most relevant to our topics is the changing of the public's attitude. People are becoming more knowledgeable, they are becoming more discerning, and they are demanding more. This is a huge challenge to public policy making in the new era.
What was current, what is available, I mean, in some respects, what's fashionable in policy terms. And that may be one way of explaining how time impacts on the policy terms. I'm not that convinced by that, to be honest. I think it's got some value, and I can see the attractiveness of it. But I'm yet to be convinced by the utility of that approach.
Answer your question more directly and practically. Because I was the person who involved in guiding the delegations, and for me it's very easy to distinguish who won just tourism.
Degree holder or college holder, they don't have that sort of job expectation. They go to McDonald's for having an undergraduate degree. But do you accept that as an Asian parent? Yeah, it's your question there. So go back to Anthony's topic. I think it's very interesting talking about the educational hub in Pearl River Delta. What is then your take? Do you think that you set out a few scenarios? Which scenario would be the most possible one in your opinion?
The whole paper, I think this is more a generalized approach. Hopefully it will induce more creative, innovative thinking for educators or those who are working on institutional development. It seems that Hong Kong may still have a niche in the next 3-5 years, I don't know how long, but China is catching up very quickly because by sending students overseas, they now have 2 million students studying overseas.
But our study suggests that a reverse direction. If local government actually become more strong, local public goods provision become better. So actually have quite different story.
I think there's a need to emphasize on English language. So I think there's also a need to have a clear vision for administrative reform in total, because you cannot just isolate training. Training must come with the other reforms so that in order that we can have the condition that bring about better learning and also improving the civil service component.
The perception of the poor has become somehow disconnected from the perception of unemployment in China. So people even do not think of the poor as the same group as unemployed. So maybe this is, for example, urban Chinese think of the poor as those poor rural Chinese in the rural provinces, or think of the rural migrants, who have another hukou status. Again, the hukou system, I think, is also a very significant institutional factor in China.
So we developed this kind of schema of looking at these characteristics, institutional characteristics of the system, its governance, the character of its policy, its type, is it protection, family-oriented or community-oriented, how its services are configured, how it's funded, how you track its performance and metrics for evaluation, and what the overall culture is.
Transfer the hookah, they must be moved to urban area. So this is very important to solve this problem. And the third one is to give them some kind of employment and social security when they live in urban area.
Our health insurance schemes have a positive impact on health expenditure, but we can see the different effects between the different health insurance schemes. So I think in the next step, we have to improve the health benefits of the rural health insurance and the urban insurance for the ordinary residents, rather than give all the benefits to the urban employee.
Hopefully we all learn a lot in this conference. So let's have Professor Mark to have his closing remarks.
Thank you, Chair. And colleagues and friends, thanks for coming to Hong Kong Institute of Education again for the second International Conference on Social Policy and Governance. So last year we started the conference co-organizing with School of Public Administration, South China University of Technology. It's our honor to continue our collaboration with the involvement this time with the Department of Social Policy and Social Work from University of York. And I have two caps today, and as one of the co-organizers of this conference, as a director of Center for Critical China Studies, I would like to welcome you to join us again in the future activity.
In terms of this event, so I've been really impressed with the array of speakers that have been here. I think it says a lot about the team at the Institute and the respect that people have for you as scholars, that you can draw on people from so many different parts of the world. And I was also really impressed with the young scholars panel that I attended, some phenomenal research from up-and-coming scholars that's been done at the moment. Also I picked up practical tips how to deal with jet lag, what to do with it better next time, and some really very interesting research to go away and reflect on, and certainly I benefit from the presentations that I've given and the feedback that I've received.